I didn't even know that this was a. I didn't even know that this was a. Were they talking about Kareem? I didn't even know that this was a boy right here.
Okay, I wanted to say something before, but I didn't want to say it. I was like, wait, I thought it was a girl for like 3/4 of the trailer.
I'm sorry.
I didn't want to say.
Let's go ahead and talk about this coffee and Kareem. Right here. Let me see what we got. Martin, did you watch this, sir?
Yeah.
Don't take that as how he feels about the movie. Martin likes to play with people's emotions out there. He likes to
Fools them.
He likes to fool people. Yeah, yeah. He likes
I like to sucker punch you.
He likes to fake people out right there. But here's the thing, man. So let me see here. Let me go ahead and pull this up. So with mom, mom might be divorced, or mom, pops might have died or something, and mom got a new guy. Now, when mom gets a new guy, the kids, they might act a certain way, Yeah. Some will be cool. Some will be fine with it. Some, some others, they start mouthing off and they start giving new guy a little grief, a little attitude, a little trouble. And then some kids, they might be like our boy Kareem here, where they just go hire a couple of drug dealers to beat the shit out of new guy.
All right, that's an option.
Which is not hard to do, considering that new guy he's a cop. When moms will find something, mom is hot, looking like Taraji P. Henson, and then she hooked up with a white dude that looks like Ed Helms. Come on, mom, you can do better than that shit. What are you doing? I say I'm gonna have to kill this guy for you. You don't know any better. Instead of the plan going like Kareem thought it would, what happened here is that because of Kareem's selfish nature, he put everybody in danger. And now Coffee played the cop played by Ed Helms. And little Kareem right here, they're on the run from some drug dealers from this whole deal gone wrong and seeing things they shouldn't have seen. Or at least Kareem's little ass shouldn't have seen it. Let's go ahead and take a look at this new, soon-to-be Netflix classic, right here. Coffee. And not Cream, but Coffee and Kareem.
Get it!
Back up, yo. Your dick is rubbing against my ass.
Well, then turn towards me.
I don't want to rub dicks either.
Oh, Chris, you look like you're excited to see the rest of this, man.
Nah,
don't get home. Boy, I can't wait to tell you about this. Chris is over here want to see that young boy rub penises with a grown white man.
No,
Chris gave it look like, ooh wee. That's hot.
Yeah, Corey, it's like you and him.
Yeah, it is.
It's the police!
Huh? Quality entertainment right there.
Oh, very quality.
Yeah.
Tell me about yourself.
I was born and raised in Detroit, and I have an associate's degree in biology, and I'm studying to be a veterinarian.
How much you look at your...
No. I can tell you why this movie exists. This movie exists solely because some white executive heard that gay friend make a joke about the black guy behind the bar at Starbucks. And they sat down, the friend said, I wouldn't mind a little Kareem in my coffee. That's genius.
We can make that work.
We've got to make that work. Oh, but wait, except the irony here is comedy gold itself. The coffee guy is white.
What?
And the black guy is Cream.
Genius.
Kareem.
Reverse.
Reverse it.
We gotta make the cream black sounding, right?
Back it up. Flip it.
We'll have one of them be a kid and the other is a cop.
The others are, except one's a kid, others a kid. Back it up. Flip it. Rub it down. Oh no. Oh my God. My gay friend, you, sir, are a genius. Man, let me tell y'all something about this movie. First of all, the director, he's jumping in on this whole buddy cop formula. The whole thing of the cop, the cop / average normal guy on the run type thing. Is the director here is Michael Drowse, who looks a little drowsy right there.
Sleep, sir.
Jeez, somebody dose this guy.
You look like, don't take my picture. They're going to give you 1 weekend to shoot this whole thing.
He's really getting into this format here, man. He just directed something that
I
is.
knew it.
Yes, he's directed something
I didn't
that's.
look it up, but I knew it.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I love it. It's
Something
so
that
reminded me
is
stupid.
Exactly. Something that is not too different from what we see right here. It's, good old Stuber.
I'm LAPD. Let's go.
But do you have a more specific address?
Compton!
That's not how Uber works.
You know, as you see here, it's not only the, I guess I mentioned this already. It's the cop / average normal guy on the run.
Yeah. With an ethnic minority of some sort.
That's
that you have to have that.
just trade brown for black, shave off some years. We got Coffee and Kareem up in this bitch. This whole thing of having the normal guy team up with the cop and they're on the run. You combine that now with the not so hip white guy who's hanging out with the sassy black kid.
That's new.
Which I know it's fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, just as fun as it was 40 years ago. You know, because that's what Hollywood loves. They love sassy black kids.
Yep.
And for some reason, they think it's still fun today. But Hollywood has a long history of that. Boy, they love their young sassy black.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
There we go. We got the remix of that. Yeah, man. And even though today we still see them getting edgy, with kids out there. All kids of shape, size, and colors. All of them are little nasty motherfuckers now.
Annabelle! Get the out of here! Beanbag boys only, you little shit! Annabelle's been watching Dateline.
And that was Good Boys. As you can see, Good Boys, that featured 3 innocent kids who just used a lot of foul language, but they were pretty naive about how life really works. The sweet spot is when you take this and you combine it with a sassy black kid from the streets.
Classic.
And the reason why you want a sassy black kid from the streets is so he can talk shit to the white guy.
Of course, and the cops reacting like, "Oh, I don't know why you're saying that," but he doesn't reprimand him or anything like that. Let's go through.
Oh, should you be speaking like that, young man?
Every single time, he's not acting like an adult. No, I hate that shit.
Oh, your mother must be ashamed of how you're speaking right now, man. You pig, bitch ass. Mark, you've seen it before.
Yeah. See, too many times, and you're right. Is that this movie is just it's a Dagwood sandwich of formulas. Man, too many movies don't know how to write kids, so they either make them precocious or they make them just straight up assholes.
Yeah,
kids rarely get. I've been noticing this a lot. It's bothering me how kids don't get a fair shake in movies and TV shows. They're always told to do one thing and they do the opposite, and they're defiant and they never obey. And they more and more they go like, well, the bigger we make this kid an asshole, the funnier he'll be. And the answer is no, that's not true at all.
This kid, I hate this kid.
Hate that kid.
I know you're not supposed to say that about kids, but I hate this kid. I'm not mincing my words with this. Nope. I hate this kid played by Terrence Little Garden High.
Yeah, this kid replaced the kid in Deadpool 2 for me. As kids, I hated all the way through.
I didn't even know that this was a. I didn't even know that this was a. Were they talking about Kareem? I didn't even know that this was a boy right here.
Okay, I wanted to say something before, but I didn't want to say it. I was like, wait, I thought it was a girl for 3/4 of the trailer.
I'm sorry.
I didn't want to say.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I thought that this was.
I
thought this was a girl, man.
I
thought it was a girl with his precious looking ass. When I looked at this, because Taraji P. Henson talking about when Kareem get back, my son. I was like, well, when is the mother coming back? Because all I see is the daughter.
Listen, I don't mean to sound ignorant, but I was saying Kareem sounds like a girl's name.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm listening as well. That's what I thought.
Nah, you know what? I don't mean to talk bad about the kid, but it really doesn't help that they when I'm talking about the kid, they put this kid in movie world. And it doesn't help they put this kid in movie world, which makes him more unlikable. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, what they do is they put him in situations where real world rules don't apply. And I understand that it's a movie. But there are some cases where, no, man, the real world has to come into effect here just a little bit.
And teach a lesson.
Teach it just a little bit.
A little dose of reality.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, because let me tell you something about this kid, man. One of the reasons why I hate this kid is because this kid, he exists in a world where somebody needs to choke this motherfucker.
Yep.
He is so disrespectful to everything. There's a part in this movie where this kid is supposed to read a poem in class.
Right.
Just write a simple poem. Yeah, write a haiku if you had to, just 3 lines, but write a simple poem. What this little mother does, he gets up in front of the class and starts doing a rap about his teacher's vagina, where you can see his teacher is still sitting in the room.
My face wrapped in your coach. Kareem. Girl, I know how to please you. Pussy number one.
Thank you, Kareem, for showing everyone how to earn detention.
Detention?
That's suspension.
Yeah,
Detention? Okay. Kids, this is where I am obligated. I'm obligated to come in and tell you back in my day. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it, but I'm obligated to tell you that back in my day,
sit down on a stump.
Sit down, young blood. Let me tell you something, because y'all don't know a thing looking at these movies over here because you think you can get away with this in real life. Back in my day,
your pocket knife.
If I had done that at school, the school would beat my ass. Well, the day they can't touch you, the school would beat my ass, and then the school would call my mom and told my mom and dad that they beat my ass, and my mom and dad would have said, "Thank you for letting us know so that we can beat his ass when he gets home." And then somebody would have called Child Protective Services, and Child Protective Services would have showed up and heard about this shit and be like, "Oh no, whoop that motherfucker's ass. In fact, let me get some of that shit."
We'll give that a pass.
They wouldn't have been protecting shit.
Yeah.
You do not make your kid likable when the kid is singing about his teacher's coochie in front of her. 12-year-old disrespectful mother.
Well, that it would be so desperate for a laugh 8 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. 8 minutes into the movie. If you look at this movie, if that's the public school system right there, these kids are ain't nothing. We're all done for. Yeah. No wonder Corona's
Future's
here.
gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
It would make sense, and I hope I don't say this a lot because I have to keep myself from that, but it would make sense if you got to his mother and she was one of these mothers who didn't give a shit and she wasn't tough at all.
Okay, that would make sense.
She's the opposite of that.
No,
of course.
Boy, let me tell you something here, man. There's another thing that pisses me off with this.
And that's a consistent thing in movies, though. It's like the parent who's so responsible and so caring, but the child is still super irresponsible and rude the entire time. Doesn't make any sense.
Well, here's the problem.
Yeah.
Taraji P. Henson, man, they got in the movie because Taraji P. Henson plays a good black woman that holds it down. You know that she can get attitude when you need it. She whoop a motherfucker's ass. She beats up 2 thug ass drug dealers in here talking about I'm a black mama. Y'all hold it down. But when it comes to this little bastard right here, Kareem, whenever Kareem goes through the whole movie looking at people calling them bitches and pussies, showing all kind of disrespect. But the moment you say something the moment you look at Kareem and be like, bitch, fuck you. Here come mama. Don't you ever talk to my baby like that. And it's like, okay, bitch, this is the problem. You know, you out here whooping everybody's ass except Kareem.
his.
The one who needs it the most.
The one who needs it.
The one who needs the crowbar upside his goddamn head.
Right.
Please tell me, speaking of movie world, please tell me one strip club. I don't give a f where it is. Name one in America where they allow a 12-year-old to come in and look at some titties.
Ontario.
That ain't America.
Those Canadians are weird.
Those Canadians, yeah, unless they have a scene where they went to Canada, I didn't hear about it.
They're too nice.
And maybe they're getting a good education. I know in France they can look at coochie and titties, but but here in America, I ain't letting no 12-year-olds come up in the strip club and look at these women.
Well, it's Detroit. This is RoboCop City, maybe.
Well, you need RoboCop to protect these kids because you go up and you bring a 12-year-old to the strip club and move in Detroit movie world with no RoboCop.
Nobody bats an eye.
What they do, nobody bats an eye. In fact, shit, the chick will come over a lap dance. The chick will come over and for the right price, she'll take his little ass to the VIP room and the shit out of him.
We even know what
that's
to do.
right.
And I'm not even lying. In the movie,
not exaggerating at all.
That's foul.
No questions asked. She came over. She saw this. Now I know he's a big kid, but he ain't that big where he looks like an adult.
No, not at all.
And she said, "I'll give this fool an around the world for the right price. If you want me to, I'll give him his ass to walk out with a good education."
That's foul.
Yeah, it's stupid, man.
Yeah.
The reason why you hate Kareem is because all of this would have been avoided. I said this before. All of this would have been avoided if Kareem, I can understand not liking the new guy. You know, you knew that this guy's coming in and taking the place of your dad. I get it, but Kareem took it too far. He went to look for some dangerous ass drug dealers and hire them to, he even said himself, to paralyze this new guy.
Pig stuck his dick in the wrong blanket.
Oh, you little bastard. You need an ass whooping. When I say you need an ass whooping, somebody need to take your ass in the alley and beat the shit out of you. That's the only way you're going to learn.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense that he doesn't know this is wrong, and he's putting it on, I guess, Facebook Live or whatever social media live thing he's got going.
Yeah, just because his mom wants to have sex with somebody. A little selfish prick. You know, and that's too bad because I really do like the actor. Like the kid himself, I'm not holding this against the actor. The actor's actually pretty funny. Terrence Little Garden High. That kid is actually funny, man. He's giving some bad material right here. There are times in here where even when he's giving some really just irritating lines and when he's being at his utmost shittiness, right. The kid does have some good delivery.
Expect us to be BF out of my face, man.
Good talk.
You know, I think the kid's got some good comic timing on him. I'd love to see what he can do in the future.
I think he possibly has some chops, but here the material and the character are so detestable that it's just hard. For me, it's hard to see it.
Well, that's what would. I mean, you and I on the same page. Except I do see I do see it in the kid. I mean, the kid is 12 and he's doing very good with what he has right here, man. I think the kid is talented. I do.
It always comes down to, it's like, look, you can be the most talented actor in the world, but if you have a bad script and you're getting poor direction, then you're gonna give a bad performance. It's typically just what happens.
Yeah, exactly. You would think that having to deal with this kid, you would feel sorry for the adult that has to be around him. The adult being Officer Coffee right here, Ed Helms. You know, you think you would feel bad for him, but you know, I can't feel sorry for Ed Helms, man. You know, I can't feel sorry for his character because he's doing what all Ed Helms characters do. Up. You know, this guy is such a klutz. This guy is so clueless. He wouldn't. You know, you don't even bother that he's a cop. He wouldn't make it past the academy. He'd shoot himself. You know, it's Ed Helms plays these characters all the time, and I know he gets it because he plays them well. But a lot of these characters have been annoying to me, and this is another one where you know this guy's just a pushover by everybody, including his kid. And that was, you know, in the movie, I don't even get why he's with Taraji P. Henson. Like there's nothing to say they have anything in common. There's nothing to say that they met in a believable way.
You know what it's used for?
I feel like that was more failing on her part than his, because he always came across as he genuinely, you know, loved and cared about this woman, and I was mixed on his character because they do the goofy, the clumsy pratfalls way too much, and yet Helms had a way of delivering or maybe inserting lines here and there that I was like, you know what? Despite myself, I am kind of smiling at some of the stuff he's saying. But anytime they cut to her, how she felt about him, it was like she had no love for him at all. So that's what made the whole thing seem lopsided, or like, how is this working?
Yeah,
they wrote her too sassy, so you never understood what was in it for her in this.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, I just didn't see any kind of chemistry between either one of them. I mean, you know, this is a quick moving comedy, right? Where we're just throwing, again, these people are thrown together for the joke.
That's exactly what I was going to say. It's for conflict. The reason why they did that, they put the square, naive, white cop with the sassy black woman, the stereotypical sassy black woman, is because they want to create that conflict with a quick joke. It's both the gags that are coming in for the visual gag itself, and that's kind of offensive, honestly, because it's so banal. We've seen this so many times. It doesn't work anymore.
There's no chemistry between these two. They're there for the white jokes. They're there for the corny jokes. They're there for the, as you say, the conflict between this street kid, or what he seems like a street kid, talks like a street kid, this sassy street kid, and this corny white guy. You know, that's all. It's just again, it's a shortcut to a joke. Yeah, you like her when she's holding stuff down, but again, like I say, you begin not to like her because you're like, well, shit, beat the f out your kid. You're doing that to everybody else. I'm sorry. I mean, maybe okay. When I say beat the f out your kid, I'm not trying to promote child abuse or anything, but discipline your kid. Sit down and talk to him. When he's yelling at somebody, don't get on his side. Pull him aside and say, what are you doing?
Reprimand him.
Yeah, reprimand him. Yeah,
correct the behavior so it doesn't happen again.
Yeah,
be a parent.
And Taraji P. Henson's good. I mean, like I said, man, a lot of what you're seeing here is people who are actually doing some cool things with the material that they have, but because they're good actors and whatnot. But the material itself, that's just too heavy to lift up. It's just too much
the material is just so. You hit it, man. There's so many actors, maybe even across the board, that I like in here, and some who are trying to do their best with this, but they're fighting a losing battle. I really liked Ronrico Lee as the drug dealer they were trying to get, and his two henchmen. They were all funny.
The problem with this is what you say with the henchmen and Kareem and Coffee. Everybody's just trying to get a laugh, too hard to get a laugh, to the point where, this starts to get offensive, man.
Oh, it does. Yes, it does.
Yeah, the way it starts to get offensive is that this thing gets so it gets offensive because they run with jokes way too long. Right. Like they start out with a gay joke. You know me, man. Look, I'll give a joke a chance. I don't care where it's from. Nothing's off limits. If you know how to do it the right way. But I actually got a little bit of a chuckle out of it. But that gay joke goes so long that they just crossed the border into homophobia.
I love you. I had to think about it. That's what I would say. Okay. I mean, we only been dating like what you say, 8 months.
They keep going and going and going. It's like, all right, man, we going into a territory we don't want to go in.
I mean, I don't understand what they were saying in that scene.
It's
just
that's
screaming
another
at each
thing, just the joke. Hey, look, just because you say it louder doesn't make it funnier.
No,
Matter
of fact, I couldn't understand.
And you've got to
saying.
know that when they actually filmed that scene, it was probably a whole lot more improv. And it went on for a good while.
Yeah, the joke is...
And the crew and everybody was laughing and chuckling, and this is what got edited down that we get to see.
The joke is that Kareem has taught Mr. Helms over here. He said, you know what, if you really want to get to somebody, man, if you really want to talk shit, you gotta get extra gay with it. You gotta...
Like Mike Tyson.
Like Mike Tyson, get till you love me, you got to push it. And so that's what Ed Helms is trying to do. Like I said, man, that could be funny, but man, just screaming it and continuing to keep doing it and doing it to where the other character just gets uncomfortable. Now you're kind of getting a little offensive right there, comedic wise and with a little homophobia too. Again, all of this comes from an extension of Kareem trying to be the one that's driving the comedy in this movie right here.
And that's your problem.
They let a kid behind the wheel of of this movie. Of course,
it's like that kid is directing this movie.
Yeah. I like the drug dealers in this, man, but that's a problem. These guys are they are out for murder, man. Their whole plan is to go and kill somebody.
And they're still the most charming characters in the film compared to everyone else.
Yeah,
that says something. That's a problem you have in the film then.
You actually like them, but it's like I'm not supposed to like these guys. I mean, I don't mind laughing at these criminals, but they go out of their way to make them likable.
Nice.
It's not like just laugh at these bumbling criminals and maybe we'll kill them at the end or something. I don't know. But they're like, no, we want them to be lovable.
Nice.
They go through the movie going between like ruthless drug dealers and the 3 drug dealing stooges.
Why are you ringing the doorbell? Just don't touch shit. No fingerprints. Thank you.
Ronrico Lee is actually really funny in this, man.
He really is.
And that's I got to give him credit. Like you say, man, I'm not supposed to like these guys. Like they're going in to kill somebody, right here, and and later they want you to like actually root for them. Again, that's a testament to what they did with the actors. The actors are actually really good. Ronrico Lee is very charming in this, man. Very funny, and I like I said again, I wish it was a better movie that he was in.
And like Stuber, it's got one of those plots with. It's almost that same plot as Stuber, where there's some betrayal and you sniff it way early on, and it comes in and it's just like, why are we doing this? You don't understand. You're going for a joke that's really undermining the foundation of everything that's built here, so that really none of this means anything.
Yeah, no, that is true, man. That is true. I mean, if I was to be fair, I will say that the movie did catch me with some good laughs. And
it did. Every so often it would.
Yeah.
I mean, the first 10 or 12 minutes of it, I was mad at you. I was like, why did he chose to watch this shit? But there were times where I was like, all right, you actually are making me smile.
No, like I said, the drug dealers, I knew, man, I got a pet peeve with that. I'm not supposed to like them, but I laughed anyway, because of, like I said, mainly the actors themselves are holding it down very well. Someone in here who they're not showing you a whole lot of is Betty Gilpin, man. Betty Gilpin was pretty funny in this. I gotta tell you, man, Betty Gilpin, she's becoming somebody I like.
I love her. I love her. She's so talented. She was great in The Hunt, and she's great in Glow.
I know. I saw her in Glow, and then I saw her in The Hunt, and I was like, you know what? What I like about this actress, man, she can talk some shit.
She certainly can, and I loved her in The Hunt. In this, not so much. I dug her at first, but you get reveals, and then I was like, man, her characters, they just got her way over the top. And I don't even blame her so much, but it was like, yeah, we get it, and it's just too much. Like they just had her so off the rails.
With me, they ran her jokes too long, but there were moments where I was like, yeah, man, you got me with that one. I'm laughing at that shit. You I mean, the way you just running your mouth on people, man. And she would go through the movie just catching people off guard with shit talking.
Can I get you a sandwich? Just grab 2 pieces of bread with a tampon in the middle of it. For your pussy.
See, you don't even know what that means. You're like 2 pieces of bread and a tampon. Yeah, you confused at that point. That's how you get shit.
I was.
Yeah, I was. Because the person you're talking to, they're like, I don't understand. What you mean by that? But just the way, I think that's kind of funny because she would just say crazy shit that just had people just stammering because they didn't have a comeback for it. I do have some smaller peeves that people probably won't see. These are things that just get to me, and I just gotta tell you. One of my nitpicks here. I can't stand. It stands out to me when people go into a dark place like a closet or a car trunk, and there's that mysterious light from that mysterious light source. They're in a trunk, man. You swear there's a big ass hole in that trunk or something, man.
I mean, do that for convenience.
Man, of all the times I've seen that, this was the most egregious.
Yeah, I mean, because they don't even try. Because I've seen movies where they put people in trunks and they give the effect of like there's a red light in there or it's very dim. It's a goddamn spotlight in here.
Yeah.
Look at this shit, man. It's a goddamn spotlight in here. You're in a trunk. The music goes between just weird hip hop medleys or sounds to I guess because it's called Coffee and Kareem, they got to throw a little bit of blaxploitation in there. They got this generic ass 70s funk in there, and now don't say ooh, that shit is just about as generic as hell.
Wow. I think we got it down.
Yeah, that's the music. That's the generic music that they play at the Academy Awards when they have a black person accepting their statue. Play something jivey.
They like jazz, don't they?
It sounds like the soundtrack for that What's Happening movie they never made.
Maybe they'll shuffle up to the stage or something. Yeah, man. Jesus, with this movie, like I said, man, I did get some laughs in it. In a few spots. I mean, and I'm giving credit to the actors that provided that. I laughed at some things that were just bad. So I'm caught between like giving a low matinee. I'm not mad. Goddamn, no.
Wait, after all that, after all that matinee.
No. Let me read my lips. No. Where's Caesar at?
Like
no.
Okay.
No. A low rental or some high bullshit. I'm thinking about going with some high bullshit.
That's good.
Because I got some left, but this is a lazy ass movie, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I mean, even for Netflix, I mean, watch it if you really don't have anything else to do. You'll get some chuckles out of there, and you're not gonna be looking at the movie. I guarantee you. I know. Critics are like this. You're not looking at the movie as hard as I am. So I get it. So you could get some laughs from this, but you know, like I said, man, just the premise alone is lazy. I told you they made the premise because somebody had a pun. Coffee and Kareem. We got coffee and a black name, so we got to put a black person in here with a corny white guy. Yeah, it's a high, very high, some old bullshit.
For the people, especially a lot of black people who like to watch these low-level comedies that feature black people, and they'll love it. I can just imagine them going, man, you see what that kid did? That kid said, that white boy, he's crazy. So I know that they'll get a lot out of it, and I hate myself for it, but I did laugh. I just don't feel like the laughs were worth the bullshit I had to sit through for it. I still come away with a super, super low rental on it.
All right. Very good, sir. Very good. All right, y'all. There you go. Now we need to reverse this shit. I need you to be the sassy little white kid. Man.
I can change the dynamic up.
Yeah.
See, that'll be something that studios need to look at right now, but they're not doing it. It's a shame.
Yeah. Maybe you'll throw that N-word at me one day.
I'll avoid that.
Oh my God, son! You know you shouldn't speak that way.
I don't care. I'm from the streets. Streety greets.
The streety greets. God damn you.